How you doing? God bless you. I love you. I have to teach this word. The word is sharp, quick, and powerful. Meaning it's alive. It's powerful. Word God, I love the word. I got to teach the word. And I wanted to answer some questions pertaining to our society, our culture. Look at our society. It's dangerous. And I wanted to answer, why is it so dangerous to live in our society? Or why has it always or has it ever been dangerous to live where we are? And there's a reason why. There's a reason why. The Apostle Paul talks to a young man named Timothy, that's an elder, and he tells him why. He deals with the why, Timothy. And I want to deal with the why. In 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 1, it says, "This know also, that in the last days perilous times will come." Stop. The last days, perilous times will come. So, how do you know you're in the last days? It's going to be perilous. Perilous means hard or burdensome or dangerous. If you look it up in the Webster Dictionary, it means dangerous, something that can cause harm to someone or something. Paul is saying the culture, the atmosphere, the government, the time we live in is going to be dangerous, hard, burdensome to live in. It's going to be hard, Timothy. And then he gets into characteristics that deal with the why. This is going to be called Form of Godliness, Part 1. I'm going to do a Part 2 and a Part 3, hopefully, but I'm not going to be too long before you. And I'm going to conclude each message with verse 5. Okay. He says, this is why, Timothy, is going to be hard. It's going to be dangerous. And he says, for men shall be. Stop. Men will be. The term be, B-E, means, if you look it up in the dictionary, it's a term used to signify or describe the condition of a person, the quality or the essence of a person, and is used to describe the character of a person or thing or object. Paul is saying, Timothy, times are going to be dangerous, hard, and burdensome, because men, humanity, men, will be, meaning their condition, their character, their essence, the quality of their life, the quality of their thinking, the quality of their logic, the quality of their heart will be. And he says, lovers of their own selves. Lovers of themselves. The first thing he says, the reason we're in a dangerous time, because humanity, people will be lovers of themselves. The term lover in Greek, in this particular context, is pronounced perilous. It is a term used for friendship. It is a term used for friendship, that of a person that's beloved, that is loved. It is a term used for friendship and relationship. But this particular word, philos, in Greek means to be affectionate for someone in an intimate and personal way, or confidant. It means to be affectionate in an intimate, personal way to someone you're connected to someone you're connected to or affiliated with. Friendship, friendly. So what Paul is saying is they're lovers of themselves, selfish. He says they're intimately affectionate towards themselves. They're completely and totally selfish and self-centered, self-oriented. It's all about them. They are number one. They're number one, they're number two, they're number three, and they're number four, and they're number five. They're selfish in nature. They will be, this is their condition, this is their character, this is the essence of who they are. They only care about themselves. They are lovers of themselves. They're their own best friend. Secondly, he says they're covetous. This is pronounced, actually in the Greek, covetousness, lover of money They will be their condition, their plight, their character is loving money. Philos, once again, philos. They're affectionate towards money. They're affectionate towards money. The term money in Greek actually means silver. They're affectionate to even not just money, but whatever is materialistic. So that can be Jordan shoes, Nikes, fame, fortune, whatever is materialistic, whatever is tangible. They're affectionate towards what's tangible. Money is tangible. It's a form, but it's tangible. Not just money. And here's why it's so dangerous. They're so in love with money and things and silver and gold. They have no love for other people. Their priorities are misplaced. Thirdly, he says they're boasters, meaning they're braggers. They brag. I see a generation now that when I go on Facebook and Instagram, I see a bunch of boasters and braggarts. I could tell some of y'all love money. You take pictures of money and you put it on Facebook. Your lover of money. Are you a Mr. Krabs? Just a Mr. Krabs. Loves money. Do whatever it takes to get money. They don't care how they get it. They just want it. This is why it's so dangerous to live in the times. And why we're in the last days. Because men love themselves. They love money. And they're always bragging. Women are bragging about how big their breasts are. They're bragging about how bad a woman they are. They're a bad bee. They're bragging about how much money they're making. They're bragging about how big their muscles are. They're bragging about how better they are than other people. They're bragging. They're bragging about the money. The Bible says, let not the rich man boast in his riches. Let not the wise man boast in his wisdom. Let not the wise man boast in his wisdom, but boast in this, that you know the Lord. That he delights in loving kindness and justice. The reason why people are bragging about things they have or what they have, because they don't have a relationship with God. The reason why they're arrogant, watch, he says they're proud, meaning arrogant. They're proud, arrogant. The term proud or arrogant is made up of two English words. It means to overshine, and the other word is beyond. They think they're better than people. They think they're superior than other people. This is their condition. This is their character. This is who they are. They have the superior mindset. Want to know why? Because they boast in themselves and what they have instead of boasting in the Lord. Want to know why they don't boast in God? Because they don't know God. Boast in the Lord. Let not the rich man boast in his riches. Let not the wise man boast in his wisdom. Let not the strong man boast in his strength. But boast in this, that you know the Lord. Problem is, when people are bragging about things they have, that's the evidence they don't know God. They don't have, that word know is synonymous to, in Greek, to have a personal relationship with Jesus. They don't know God. They don't respect God. They don't fear God. They don't have a relationship with God, because if they did, they wouldn't be bragging and they wouldn't be arrogant. These are the reasons why we're living in dangerous times. We're living in perilous times. This is only part one. And he said in verse 5, these type of people have a form of godliness. The word form is morphosis. Morphosis. Where we get the term form. It means semblance. Semblance means it means to have an outward appearance of something, but without the reality of it. Or is to have an outward appearance of something, but no substance. And that's what these people have. This is why it's dangerous, because they are lovers of themselves, lovers of money, covetous. They're braggarts because they don't know God. They don't know God because they'll brag about God. They'll boast about God. They'll talk about God. But see, watch this. People talk about money and things and how strong they are, how smart they are, what they got and what they're accomplishing. But they, watch this. They never say anything about Jesus. You don't hear them boasting about the goodness of Jesus, do you? They don't boast about how good God is. They don't boast about his righteousness. They don't boast about his saving power. Why? Because they don't know him. Boast in the Lord that you may know him, that what he delights. They don't, reason why they're boasting about money, fame, fortune, and all these other things, because they don't delight in God. That you know what he delights in. They don't know what God is pleased with. They don't know what pleases God. And that's, he says they have a form of godliness. They have an external form of godliness. This is not a reality. And the word, watch this. The word godliness in Greek, it literally means to venerate or pay homage to, meaning to give reverence or high respect to God. Here's the problem. You can show respect and honor to God and be wicked. You can be a lover of money and have an external resemblance or appearance of reverence for God and be wicked and be arrogant and proud. Look at some of these people on the news. Look at these celebrities. They live these unrighteous, wicked lives, and at the same time, they give honor to God. They give honor to God. What it means to be godly, to honor what's sacred, honor what's connected to God. They honor God, but it's only in form. It's not a reality. It's not a lifestyle. It's not a behavior. It's not a way of thinking. And it says, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. He says they have a form, but deny the power. The word deny means to reject or refuse or say no to. They don't want the power. And the word power, watch this, I'm going to end it with this. They don't have the power. The word power in Greek literally means ability or to be able or able. Paul is saying they're lovers of money, lovers of wealth, lovers of materialistic things. They're boastful. They boast about how strong they are. They boast about the rich. They boast about the accolades and degrees, but they don't boast. You hear no boasting about the Lord. They don't boast about Christ. They don't boast about righteousness. They don't boast about what the things God loves. They only boast about what they love. They're braggarts. They're proud. They're proud. They're proud. But at the end of the day, they'll reverence God and say, I honor God. I respect God. I fear God. But watch this. They don't have the power to live God. That's what he's saying. They only have it in form. They reverence God now. They'll reverence God and respect God. They don't even respect this Bible. And say, I don't touch that. I don't play with God. That's only in their mouth. But he said they don't have the power. Meaning it's not a reality. They don't have the power or ability to live God. When a person has a form of godliness, they only have it in form and not ability. They can't live it. They can't perform godliness. They can't live godly. They can't act godly. They can't behave godly. They can't think godly. The Bible says, tell the wicked man to turn from his wicked ways and the evil man from his thoughts. They can't think righteously because they only have a form. But see, this is their condition, their character, and the essence of who they are. This is only part one of those that have a form of godliness. Be ready for part two. God bless you. God loves you.